ESPN that has come out, and I mean, some of the names ahead of Caitlin Clark on this list, you got to be joking. Also, let's start here because this was shocking. I noticed that the Indiana Fever had put up a post.
That reaction shows everything you need to understand. When a WNBA content creator gets tagged so many times that his notifications explode and his first response is concern, it usually means something controversial has just been released. ESPN has dropped its top 50 WNBA players for 2025, and Caitlin Clark is ranked number 10. Not in the top 5 or even top 7, but number 10. This is surprising because she was 4th in MVP voting as a rookie, broke the single-season assist record, and hit the second most three-pointers in WNBA history. Yet she is still ranked behind 9 other players by ESPN. But the story doesn't stop there. While ESPN's ranking was being criticized, something else was happening at the same time. The Indiana Fever shared ticket availability for their preseason game featuring Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Sophie Cunningham, Paige Buchers, and the top overall pick. Tickets were as low as $14, and even just hours before tip-off, hundreds of seats were still available.
Left. I pulled this up, and my jaw dropped. I was like, are you kidding me? I did not expect to see this, folks. I wasn't going to include this in my video. And guys, let me just pull this over and then pull this over. You're not going to be able to see all my face for a minute. $14 and $15 ticket. A lot of $15 tickets here.
Look at the ticket map. These aren't just a few empty nosebleed seats. There are 91 tickets in one section, over 100 in another, 87 in a different area, and 34 more closer to the court. These are real, good seats that would have been unthinkable to find just 8 months ago, when Caitlin Clark was filling arenas and drawing huge TV audiences. This is a preseason game with real star power, the kind of matchup that would normally send resale prices soaring. The creator even pulls up the seating chart live and looks shocked at how much availability there is. Tickets are around $15, and entire rows are still open for a game featuring the player many people credit with boosting the WNBA's popularity. Something clearly feels different now. And it's not just about one ranking or one game. It's like 2 separate stories are coming together and pointing to a bigger question about where the league really stands at this moment.
I understand people are worried about how much things cost right now, this, that, and the third, but there are a ton of tickets for this game left that's got a ton of star power. And I saw how many tickets are left, and I went, are people ever going to believe me that there are fans that are not happy right now? There are fans that are not happy with what is going on involving this coaching staff, involving this team, how they handled Caitlin Clark's injury last year, all of it.
It's pointing to something deeper than just money or ticket prices. Fans are not only reacting to cost right now, they are reacting with their support and attendance. He suggests this is connected to frustration with how the Fever handled Caitlin Clark's injury last season, along with coaching decisions and the team's playing style under Stephanie White. When he says fans are speaking with their wallets, he means people are showing their feelings by not buying tickets, and this started building after the playoffs ended. He brings up an incident in August when Caitlin Clark took a hard elbow to the head from Dejounte Carrington and suffered an eye injury. Even though she was clearly affected, the team's medical staff cleared her to keep playing, and she played heavy minutes in back-to-back games. He argues that fans felt the team put winning ahead of Clark's long-term health. According to him, people noticed this, criticized it, and now some of them are choosing not to show up to games. He presents this as a direct cause-and-effect situation reflected in current ticket sales.
WNBA Caitlin Clark, by way of ESPN, is number 10? Question mark? 10. Wow. Okay. Number 10. Let's just come over here. Let's get a top 50 players heading into 2026. Let's see if any Asia Wilson. Okay. Alyssa Thomas. Can we stop? Can we stop with this? In what world do you have Alyssa Thomas ahead of Nafisia Collier, ahead of Breonna Stewart? Stop this. Is there any more, let me keep it real, is there any more overvalued athlete in the WNBA? Seriously? Well, she checks in boxes. Oh, that
The
agenda's
ESPN
on.
ranking is where things start to look questionable to the speaker. He agrees that putting Aya Wilson at number 1 makes sense because she is the reigning MVP and a dominant player on both offense and defense. He also says number 2 for Breanna Stewart is reasonable, even though her team lost the championship. But he criticizes the rest of the list, especially Alyssa Thomas being ranked number 3. He argues that while Thomas has strong all-around stats, it doesn't make sense to place her ahead of players like Nafisa Collier or Stewart, who both had bigger scoring and rebounding impact. He also questions other rankings like Jackie Young at 5, Sabrina Ionescu at 6, and Kelsey Plum at 9. In this list, Caitlin Clark comes in at number 10. The speaker finds that surprising because she led the league in assists per game even after missing time with injury, turned the Indiana Fever into a playoff team, and drew huge TV audiences. He feels that ranking her 10th does not match her overall impact on the league.
Fourth most MVP votes as a rookie, while setting a single-season record for assists and posting the second most three-point field goals in a season. She became one of the league's best passers and long-range shooters the moment she stepped on the W court and was just getting started. Injuries limited her to only 13 games in 2025, but she was still named an All-Star. And I think she still led the league in assists per game or was really close to it. Kelsey, 11. Kaylee Copper, 12. Howard. Aaliyah's down at 14. Where's Angel? There's my girl, Jonquel. I'd have Jonquel Jones higher than that. Skylar Diggins.
Speaker is questioning why Caitlin Clark is ranked 10th in ESPN's 2025 list despite what he sees as a strong early season performance. He says she only played 13 games before a season-ending injury, but in that short time she was still leading the league with 9.2 assists per game. He also points out that she made the All-Star team and remained the main reason many people watched Indiana Fever games on national TV. He also argues that ESPN's own write-up about her is very positive, saying she quickly became one of the league's best passers and shooters as soon as she entered the WNBA. Because of that, he questions how she can be ranked behind players like Alyssa Thomas, Jackie Young, and Kelsey Plum. From his perspective, the ranking doesn't match the numbers or her overall impact. He believes the difference between ESPN's praise in writing and her lower ranking shows inconsistency. He suggests the list may not be based purely on performance, but also on a desire to downplay her influence and popularity.
Breonna Jones. Rakia Jackson. Let's just go down. 34. Camilla. Kiki. I'm not going to lie to you. I like Kiki's game more than I like Angel's. Even Camilla's game, I put Kiki ahead of her. Brittany Griner's even on this list? Stop. Once again, agenda. Dejanay, stop it. Let's just keep going. DeWanna Bonner? Oh, God, what a joke.
The fan reactions he is reading show very strong anger toward ESPN's ranking. He says many fans feel ESPN has been unfair to Caitlin Clark for a long time, not just in this list. According to him, these fans believe ESPN has consistently ranked her lower than players they think she has clearly outperformed, going back to her college days at Iowa. He also says fans feel ESPN focused more on her competition than her own success during the WNBA draft period, and even highlighted her mistakes like turnovers when she set the rookie assist record. Now, after she finished 4th in MVP voting and had a major impact on the Fever, they are upset that she is ranked 10th in the preseason list. From this perspective, he argues that fans see a pattern where Clark's achievements are downplayed while other players are ranked higher, even when the statistics don't clearly support it.
Right now. I'm so interested to see how the Fever better be careful. There's little signs between, even my boy Ben Daniels said, hey, that rating the other day seemed light. I wasn't out on an island there, by the way. There's several of us talking about that should have been 1 million people that watched that game the other day. And I don't understand the Ion. I can't find Ion. Ion's available everywhere for free. I don't get it. I don't understand that. So regardless of what you got and how you can get there, Ion is available for free. Just look it up, and there's a slew of places where you can get it, or you can use an antenna, like you pick up ABC or CBS locally. But you can get it for free. Also, I will probably do a reaction, I'm sure, to tonight's game, so make sure you subscribe. Tell me what you think. ESPN is at it again. Why are there so damn many tickets left? It's worth asking the questions out loud. I don't care that it's preseason. I do not care. People have been packing the house, or they were. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
He's arguing that ESPN's ranking of Caitlin Clark at 10th doesn't come from a neutral or consistent evaluation, but from a flawed way of weighting information. In his view, if you fairly account for her injury, her role under different coaching systems, and her overall impact, she would realistically rank around 4th behind players like Aya Wilson, Brianna Stewart, and Nafisa Collier. He says you could maybe adjust her a bit higher or lower depending on how much you value missed games or cultural impact, but he believes 10th is hard to justify with any objective statistical model. He also claims that ESPN's ranking carries influence because of its role as a major broadcast partner for the WNBA. In his view, their list doesn't just reflect opinion, it shapes the broader narrative, affecting media coverage, award voting, and how players are perceived throughout the season. He argues that this can change how Clark's performances are interpreted, either as expected or overrated, depending on the framing. From there, he expands the argument beyond rankings, saying there is a larger, institutional resistance toward Clark coming from parts of the media, some players, and league culture that he believes has affected how she is treated and discussed. He connects this to physical play on the court, injury handling, and media coverage choices, suggesting a pattern of downplaying her impact despite her popularity. Finally, he concludes that fans are reacting to this perceived disconnect by disengaging in ways like not buying tickets, and he sees this as a warning sign for the league. In his view, the central issue is whether the WNBA and its media partners can properly embrace Clark's popularity and impact, or whether internal tensions will continue to undermine the league's growth.